start stream while we're at it. So now launch the game finally. Oh wait, I should... Nah, we can do calibration afterwards. I had already the application launched, which is the important part. Hello, controllers. Come on, stop being cringy. Causing massive issues. I have my steering wheel on, why is it not? Now it's full calibrating. Thank you. Took like just spamming the button like 15 times before it actually did anything. I'll close that. No calibration over here. Okay. So turn this off. Get my glovies. Oh, that's sad to hear. Let's see what remains here. But now, in terms of people, so there's the leak server. 8 people on the server? That can't be real. Whoa. 8 people here. With 2 Porsche, 2 other Porsche drivers. Ah! Brockton is on the server. Aki Harry is also here. We have Cams, we have Foreman. Wait, oh no, that's Johnson. D. Johnson. Not D. Jones. Big funk. There's the K. Jones. And then, yeah, Peter Carey. Oh, they're decent grid here today. Kind of depressing that this is a decent grid. Wait, what setup will I use here? I guess we will use this one here. That's the 992 Miss JO2A. And that means it's usually in the... Oh, you mean Dan Jones? I guess that guy just suffered a disconnect because I think I'm still connected. Yeah, I think Aki just suffered a disconnect. Oh, and look who's here! Mr. Branch has showed up. Alright. I think the rest of the setup is alright for these conditions. Maybe the tire pressures might be slightly low. Because I think we ran VTrack here with hotter conditions. Because this was originally made for to run VTrack last season. So these chunk of months ago when I ran here last time. So, okay, that works. That works fine now. The only question where Mr. Brunch has gone. Alright. Start the car. Still need to put my gloves on. Well, I mean, technically we're out of time because it's already 30. Well, basically, it's not quite. ticked over. But there's still 7 minutes on the timer. Gonna need those. But I mean, we have also the 30 minutes of Qualy, so.
Low tire pressure, stay away from curbs.
We got 10 cars now. No? But yeah, the Porsche on the circuit is quite hell, it consumes its rear tires. Luckily it's not that hot. We have 24 degrees Celsius, but like at 30 degrees track temp, like the tires are well within half an hour past their best by day, so. Although with this season's rule set, it becomes a lot easier to just. Porsche is a bit less suffering because you can just change tires and it's like not gonna make much of a difference. Is it actually set up this time correctly? We shall check in a moment. We're going down start finish. Add some fuel, change tires. Nope! It's not correctly set up the server again. You can refuel just a couple seconds worth of fuel. It's happened again! I don't know how you guys do it that like it breaks again and again. It's like, why? Like, it's understandable that it's like messed up for the first round till it's fixed, but like that the problem comes back regularly is just strange. Yeah, I'll 10 cars on the server. Ooh. Gambling with the track limits there. My first flyer here. This can definitely go faster. Let's see where the timer stops. 34, 35, 36. Oof. I feel like I should be able to do 34th. And again, I feel like that's not gonna come together, is it? I might just be off base here. Oh, this section. Like you have to just drive with a pulled handbrake. Time now. Oh yeah, we're only 4 tenths up, that's nothing. Like 30 for my ass, like that's not damning. I think it's a decent improvement on the lap time. God damn it, lost all the lap time there. Hmm. I'm not even that fast. I'm not even gaining anymore. I think 34s are very possible. It's just I'm too washed right now to do them. I was pushing slightly over the front axle. Remember, this is Misano. You can abuse the track limits a lot before it bites you. These guys are quite quick. I mean, I'm not sure to win here, so like... Although tonight, I think it's quite possible. As long as someone doesn't show up suddenly. Yeah, the car's slightly pushing over the front axle. And the brakes. Front tire pressure is also a tad high. Oh, missed the apex there. Hello there, Mr. Brunch.
Reese's Puffs.
Give him up, give him up.
I'm West. Let's go. But in all fairness, I do have it. I do have a livery with my actual race number.
I didn't see a livery.
It's an in-game livery.
Yeah.
You'll see it. You know what the worst part is?
Hmm?
The last time I raced here was probably with you.
Yeah, wasn't it V-Track actually? Or did you not run that race? I think you ran V-Track last season.
I did.
Yeah.
I think... Yes, because Qualy fucking hit me in the rear bumper twice.
Yeah.
I'm trying a potential new car. That's why I joined this race.
Okay. I mean, that's decent use for that. Why are you considering BMW? Also, the track is greasy now. That's fun.
Why am I considering BMW? Why not?
Okay, that's a relatively fair argument.
It was either that or I go 991.
Oh god. I mean, you could consider, you know, an Aston.
No. Remember the last time?
Oh yeah, right. Never mind. I retract that suggestion.
Unless you're meaning the V12 Vantage. And that could be a consideration.
Right.
I'm gonna run out of fuel.
How do you run out of fuel on your outlap?
No, I've got 15 liters. So I'm gonna run it by the end of the session.
Yeah, it's a 30-minute quality session, so like... It's perfectly fine to return a few times to the garage and get some more fuel. Also, the track has now jumped to fast because it was briefly greasy, so that's fun.
Also, I feel like I have unfinished business with this car. I'm driving for Team Iris in the start of the year.
When did you drive it with Team Iris?
V-Track Season 1, when me and you were teammates.
You were driving the Beamer? Oh yeah, right, you drove the Beamer for the first few rounds, didn't you?
The tinfoil, black and purple car with tinfoil, inspired by you.
Yeah, right, you did drive the Beamer for a bit, but didn't you switch before the season was over?
Yes.
I think back to the Lexus even, wasn't it?
I don't remember what it was, whether it was, it felt better than the BMW at the time.
Yeah, definitely automated with cars.
All I'm gonna say is you have balls from commentating at Bathurst. You and Havano, goddamn. And also you overtaking on the outside at Forest Hour.
And I wasn't even like thinking much while doing that. I was like stuck in
I said myself, there's no way he's actually going for it. When you just do it, you know?
Just my multi-class brain just being like, opening and just go with it.
Ah yes, I must commit.
It's like, as I said, I didn't think much about the overtake. I drove on autopilot down the hill and like just, oh, there's no opening. I guess I will go into there and see. Oh yeah, oops, oopsie daisy. I'm around the outside of them. Oh well. I didn't think that I would clear him before the corner exit. But oh well, that worked. And then obviously me trying it on top of the mountain. Because, I mean, I had to sort of pass on top of the mountain because he had so much straight line speed that I couldn't pass him anywhere else. I didn't, however, set it up quite as well as I would like to.
Stay clear of the curbs.
I could have taken an early pole there.
Well, times were now being said. But yeah, if there's no fixed refueling, I'm a bit up shit's creek because I would have to resort to running an hour long on these tires here with my Porsche. The Porsche on this track in these conditions does not like its tires. Even lasting half an hour is kind of an amazement. Oh, and Aki Harry. No, it wasn't a bad lap, okay. Also, it wasn't that impressive, it was 35, so... Not outrageously fast. Ah! Got bounced over the curb.
Oh.
What oh?
Oh. 4 tons. And a oh. I'm not gonna have enough fuel for this one, right? In fact, I might. Yeah, no. Care with P6. That's probably the best I've ever done on Misano. 136.
I think you've gone probably a bit faster in V-Truck. After all, I think pole time was probably in the 34s, if not low 34s.
On mine?
In V-Truck Pro class.
Pro class. Ah, yes. I was silver class when that used to still exist.
So I would assume that you were likely like a second off the face there.
Alright, I've got a funny story to tell you.
What?
I've been given a few offers for teams to drive for next season of V-Track. I've also been vetoed from one team.
Vetoed?
Yes. Which I just find hilarious.
Did they realize how many offers you have already?
No. Originally they were wanting me to drive for this season. Like, the second half of this season to replace one of their drivers. But, let's say when my name got mentioned to replace them, I think they changed their tune and started driving. I'm dropping subtle hints.
I didn't quite get it. Is it Ruby?
Ruby would have been my potential teammate.
Okay, then it's also.
And it's for like the most pettiest of reasons as well.
I mean, how many rounds has Asa so far run this season?
Who?
She ran in Bathurst, not particularly successfully. And which other round?
I think. One before.
Oh yeah, right. She ran also. Didn't she also run Watkins Glen?
Yeah, that's what I just said. The Glen and
So she missed the first 2 rounds. I see.
yes, I did Silverstone independently. CAC W. I still can't believe I saw Akito in the V12 Vantage. beat the entire AM quest.
And me!
Andrew?
Yes!
Yes, but then he got his win taken away for it, quote unquote, not being put in the guest class. Technically, wouldn't that be me as well?
Your lap time is invalidated. Please.
So.
VTrack Nara also has a TikTok account, which is hilarious. They're showing clips from start of the year.
Yeah, they're doing that on YouTube as well, short.
And you know the worst thing is, about these clips from the start of the year?
Yeah.
One of them is me crashing into in the bottom with the corkscrew. Two different angles.
Yeah, that's also. But also like the best part of like the in the VTrack chat of like Akito forgetting that he like won a race this year. Like that's like how did that happen? Yeah, I want to check now because Darren, but like
on TikTok right now.
yeah, I want to check what
they
left.
They have
They've also like the from the most recent race also done some clipping. But yeah, I wanted to check from last season VTrack what lap time in qualifying I did then. Wait, that's not.
all I'm gonna say is I teamed with you for a season, when the next season I became champion in class. Coincidence?
Yeah, I wanted to say, like, I find it interesting how many people come to you with, like, oh, do you want to drive for my team? And I'm like, no one comes to me. I mean, I guess I have technically a team on my entry, but, like...
Same, that's what people said to that's what Rask was just telling me, like, earlier. The thing is, everybody knows I'm full of shit when I say I'm retiring.
Yeah, that's true. Everybody knows that because I remember back to I think it was Sandvoort last year when you said that you would want to retire. It's about a year ago. Yeah, precisely, basically a year ago in season 0. You that you wanted to retire, and like everybody calls you basically out with well shit that you would be back next week, and you were.
In all fairness, Ivano says he'll be back in 2 weeks. It's been a month. Technically, I am right at the moment because I have not driven an RS since Silverstone.
Okay, so actually my qualifying time in VTrack on this track was a 34.1.
Ooh, bashed.
Let's check what was your time. Silver? Jordan
No.
Brunch, 35.7.
What have I got, Denara? I have a... What is it, 35.1 you said?
35.7.
I have a 136.3 at the moment, so I'm about 6 times off.
Yeah, I mean, that's roughly what I am right now of mine. So.
But I have plus 20 kilos of ballast.
Yeah, the BOP might be slightly different compared to VTrack because this is run with the Pitskill BOP, and VTrack was run with the LFM BOP. So
I will say one of the big achievements last season for me must have been getting a overall podium at Zandvoort. It was you, Psycho, and me all on the podium.
I don't remember that route.
Oh, you drove away from the field, that's why.
Probably. That was so forgettable that I completely blanked that one.
I remember the one before that is you joined like the last 10 minutes of the race.
No, that was last year. Like the one where I joined just briefly for like 10 minutes to race was Zandvoort last year. The one where I said that you wanted to quit after. But yeah, I mean the track is only faster. So.
I was washed at Silverstone this season though. 3 M's out qualified me.
I was washed in Silverstone.
Oh, in all fairness, I was in the Bentley, so like, you know.
Yeah, that doesn't help.
I don't know, for some reason I can find pace out that car quite quickly. I don't know how.
Let's put some pressures back into the tires. And try again.
I'm still laughing the fact that I've actually got vetoed from my team.
You
Low tire pressure.
nearly spun the pit lane. Me. I still have some symptoms of my cold.
You know, I'm sending you a meme right now.
Okay.
Where is Discord?
Yellow flag in sector 2. Yellow flag ahead. Watch out.
That section is just so tricky, but I got it all right. There's not much left in my lap time at this point. At least from this first lap, it seems. The amount of track limit abuse you can occasionally get away with on the circuit is just something. deep there. So that works. Any more cutting on that corner and it's definitely a track cut. Ah, but that was white. Ah, that was too much. Just put this thing in slightly too much now.
Yellow flag ahead. Be careful.
There's like 4 tenths nearly in now.
Yellow flag in sector 1.
So 4 tenths pulled out. Oh well, I'm just winding up at this point qualifying. So that was not an improvement. I have technically enough fuel to do another one, but like, no, let's not do that. There's a bit more in there, but I don't think I will find it. Let's leave it at this. I need to shred all the tire sets. Tire pressure is still on the low side though, despite having increased it. And there are not many people left right now that can actually beat me. He landed, yeah. Yeah, I saw it when I turned onto this. Well, actually, I saw it happened when I was heading up to this hairpin. I saw my leaderboard updates and saw him having beaten me now by 0.025, and I'm like, well, it would suck if I can't compose a lap now, because I've been the last 3 laps basically already been faster than that by a significant amount. I've thrown them away in different ways. So it was just a question of just composing it finally. So it was sort of inevitable for me to make a massive improvement there. Okay.
I'm west.
Yeah, I saw it.
How long are these races?
An hour.
Methinks, how much fuel do I need?
There's mandatory refueling in the middle. And it's fixed time refueling, so you probably take tires as well. So you take half a fuel tank effectively at the start. How much you need precisely? Do you know? I'm gonna ask my fuel calculator mid-race.
Yes, do you have a guide just for your fuel calculations?
No, my dashboard does it for me.
Wow, Mr. Fancy over here. I see.
I've been using this thing for 3 years? 4 years, this calculation formula that I have.
You're telling me that the setup I have is just called Test 1? Wow. Oh yeah, I remember. I made the setup testing the BMW last season, the V-Truck, against Kohai setup.
I see.
I didn't have the dampers right either.
Ah, you just got track limited there. Hello?
Joined.
Hello.
Ah, Mayugis.
Yes.
Should I leave or is it too private here?
I mean, I'm running, we're both running Sudo Racing League.
Yeah, no, that's why I saw.
I am testing a car.
Yeah, Jordan is suffering from having to drive in this league.
I am researching and developing. Hardly developing. I'm doing R&D without the D.
Boo-boo.
Ayo. Yeah, we can talk more after stream about that. Oh, yeah, I forgot this car has a Fanatec wheel.
You found a kicker. Temperatures have gone down 2 degrees track temp, but otherwise has stayed the same. There's a bit of cloud coverage around, but it always does look like it's staying dry.
Oh, I've not even done the casters either. No casters, no dampers.
What is that setup?
I don't know. Something I threw together. I mean, it sort of worked. I was in the second for a whole lap.
Yes. I mean, you're only 2 seconds off the pace. It's just...
Oh no.
I mean, in
You were just-
VTrack, that
oh, no.
would... It's like... Yes, because last season in VTrack, you were about 1.8 seconds off the pace. It's because pole time was a 33.8, I think. That I read a 33.8, and you clocked in a 35.7.
I don't like this track. I'm gonna be real. I just don't like Misano.
I actually, I don't like this circuit, but like it worked quite well there in qualifying. So I don't know.
It is very ironic that the first endurance race I did with you was here, and now I'm driving the car that hit us.
Oh yes, right. That happens.
I remember that quite vividly.
Yes. Well.
That's when Asa was still a robot instead of a vampire cat.
Yes.
think.
He was an executable, and then she turned into a nyanpire.
A .nan file.
Nah. The thing is, she actually for Christmas last year renamed herself as Asa.elf. But elf is also an executable format.
Yeah.
She didn't know, but like she incidentally did that.
Elf is an executable format for what though? For
Linux.
Linux.
Linux
I
are
think
just
it's for some other
Unix
things as
systems
well.
in general.
Yeah, I thought it was for PlayStation 3 though.
30 seconds.
Yes, that also.
Okay.
Because that's also Unix.
Oh, it's voting for the Americas.
Right, hello, Andrina.
I've just noticed.
You guys are
Miku-
voting today? I thought this would be next week, the voting.
We have a Miku plush. I need.
You mean me?
I mean, if you're offered.
Hey, yo, what?
I bought it from a makeship. Yeah, the campaign for that. Gosh, half a year probably ago at this point. Yeah.
I did not know you were a big Vocaloid person. Then again, looking at your pedal cam, I see.
I'm not really that big into Vocaloids, that's correct. But like, I just... You know, it's a fucking Miku plush. What else am I gonna do?
I have made an overtake.
The thing with the poster actually in the background, this is technically a poster that I hadn't like picked out. I ordered like some posters and like keychains from Moserbox. Gosh, back in 2020, I think. And I had selected the one of the things I ordered is a random poster, but like they also bundled more than like just one, so like.
Oh,
But yeah, like, this was one of the random posters I got, and it's like, this looks nice, I will put this here. That's why it's in the background there. Because I had briefly just the wood there, and it's like not particularly good to look at.
I remember that.
Yeah, I mean, I even had like, before that, just like inverted T3PA pedals. And some deep lore, because that's before I had a VTuber model. Although it's not that deep lore, considering one of the very few videos, quote unquote, on my channel is the clips from the qualifying session for the Visk Sebring 6 Hours Classic.
Ah, yes, I remember watching it. The qualifying clip, right? With the master, I want to say, but
It was the Porsche 962.
Yeah.
We were driving 962C. And it wasn't.
Oh, missed. Oh, hello.
I didn't want to interrupt your nice chatting.
You silently teleported yourself into this voice channel.
Yeah. The white cats told me I shall greet you.
Oh well.
We are doing bow racing.
The election day will be so much worse.
Well, found out that that Xbox with their clip sharing shit is bad.
What do you mean?
I have no audio on the Midnight Club LA recording that I did with the Xbox itself.
Oh boy.
Because take a guess why.
Why?
Copyrighted music.
Oh god! Oh god, that's like painful.
Yeah, and then
Oh god,
I tried to
the
record,
fuck.
Keep going.
Yeah, oh god, the digital hellscape we live in.
Yeah. I tried to record the game with audio and such because the game lives from its soundtrack, its dialogue, and atmosphere. It was Midnight Club LA.
But yeah, the digital hellscape where your personal clips get copyright claimed.
Time to check if Midnight Club runs through RPCS3 or Xenia.
So which of the two Xbox emulators it works with?
Xenia is the Xbox emulator, RPCS3 is
Oh,
the
yeah,
PlayStation
right.
3 emulator.
Oh yeah, right.
Ah yes, RPS free. My favorite
RPC
Xbox
is
emulator.
free.
Well, this is PCSX free.
If you fall for the bootleg, you don't deserve the original.
I mean, the fact that PC is X2 and then it's RPC is free
Yeah.
for the PlayStation 3. It's just like, why the fuck can you... Do you guys have weird acronyms? No coherence. Also, I'm actually sort of under pressure. There's a McLaren poking behind me around.
Stop it. Get some help. Poke. Poke.
Do I like apples? I do not.
Food?
Well, yeah, the fruit. Good question. Is like, is it the fruit? Well, I do.
Shitty company.
The fruit, I don't hate it, so. Okay, they're pretty good. Do I like the company? Okay, he's going for the cent.
Do you like red apples or do you like green apples? What one do you prefer?
Apples.
Yeah.
Time to download the latest RPCS free build because I managed to kill my install.
I prefer the rainbow apple. Nerd. I want me new iPhone.
Me that actually
You want
hates
an
on
actual
iPhones.
If you want an actual answer, the one you can eat.
The one that you can actually eat.
It's not rotten. A fresh red apple.
Apples.
Green apples, though. Aren't they good?
And that was sort of expected that I would get fucking spun there.
You spun?
Yeah, he poked up my inside another time.
Ooh.
Hey, bestie.
Hello. How are you doing?
Wow. I can see your rare bumper right now. That's a good sight.
You're racing together today?
Yeah, he decided to sign up so there's not 5 people but 6 people instead. Okay, we're 11
John,
people, but like...
Please don't. Yourself.
I mean, John has sort of the problem that he's the slowest in the field. Nearly.
What?
He's not last right now. Neither am I. So
West. I'm second to West.
Still not last though.
Oh, I'm a fucking idiot! I forgot that I have a separate install. Since my original one was corrupted.
This guy is one aggressive driver though.
He's nuts.
He is bonkers.
we shall see what I can get here. Recovery drive.
Isn't this the guy who owns the wings right behind me?
K Jones? I'm not too sure.
I think he's one of the admins.
Darren Jones is one of the admins. He's in my chat.
Your chat open another monitor. Again, it's kind of pointless me seeing your stream when you're literally directly in front of me.
I guess you can see what's in front of you in the past.
I'm a time traveler, what can I say?
Time to dump a game.
Ooh, 136. Pretty sure that's faster than my Qualy pass.
I'm sorry. Just a little mad. They overran us at work.
Over sported us.
No, they overran us with PCs that have to be reinstalled because Windows 11 happened.
What part
Oh,
of
I
Windows
can't-
11 happened?
Yeah,
All of it.
All of it.
all of it.
They have to
Especially 24H2.
Insert the picture of, was it Pingu or something? Just staring.
like,
Yeah.
were they on Windows 10? Did they just corrupt themselves?
Yeah, Windows 11, they managed to fuck up the certificates for network.
Oh boy.
And these fucks. Be right back. I'm gonna feed the guineas with some hay.
Okay.
If you keep fighting BMW, I could potentially catch up.
Clear on the right.
Would prefer to keep it short.
Short but sweet.
Have to
I will
make
not
a bit of a
finish that
recovery
sentence.
drive here.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
Finally a bit of clear air here. Ooh, and then I miss my braking a bit. Ah, Chris Jones. Okay. Okay, so you are actually battling the owner.
Magically, towards the tail end of the race, there's going to be some penalties thrown.
I'll be honest, Chief, I have 3 track warnings already.
Oh my god.
All in the same corner.
Which one?
One of the ones we've just passed there. The one where you're normally going way too fast for it. I don't know what brake pads I have on this. I don't know if I have 1 or 2.
Not gonna make that much of a difference.
All I know is the 2 guys ahead of me are bad on.
Oh, might be actually track up. Kind of sucks that I have no idea how fast his fastest time is right now. Because I would like to at least steal that from him. For him hitting me around.
Can't tell that from the HUD you have on this, from the HUD you have on the stream though. So.
Yeah, unfortunately I don't have that number in there.
Sorry, I had to sort the stream as well, or I didn't have any water for my bed. You know, dry throat, waking up with a dry throat.
You feed beds. I mean, you fed water to your bed.
No, I fed water to myself when I wake up with a dry throat or dry mouth.
Yeah, I mean I have a glass of water always next to my bed as well.
Helpful, at least for me with the soda stream. Just some tap water and some carbonation. Okay, I have the settings, SPU block size mega, Z calling accuracy relax, red color is on. Okay, that could work.
So we got the insides that Porsche.
It's a shame that Rockstar got so greedy around the time of GTA 5's release.
Yeah, it's surprised.
I'm not surprised, I'm just sad. Because no more Midnight Club. Which is one of the go-to franchises for me for racing games. Guess I will capture RPC's freeze video input through NVIDIA share overlay. Pain. And I dropped my Quest controller.
It's still a bit early to go for a pit stop.
Okay, the guinea pigs are fine.
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
You can put a squeeze on me, man. Like I had overlap heading into the corner. You just kept squeezing me.
I actually wanted to do a thing with clips over on Blue Sky, since Barrow is actually like the post.
I want to screw you, just in a different way.
What?
My brother in Christ, you should probably calm down a bit, considering I got sent back here because someone hit me.
Oh, I thought you were talking about me.
No, I'm talking about Foreman.
And by the way, before anyone gets dirty ideas, I want my arms. I wanted to give him a hug.
No.
Wait, Foreman, like the Foreman grill.
George Foreman.
And there goes the Audi.
John knows. Damn, are these chunky video files of over 400 megabytes? And the nickname for my computer over on Locrosend is Efficient Potato. By the way, randomly generated is the name.
When I get close to someone,
excuse me.
starts misbehaving.
Yeah, you're that missed because you're losing IRL. Like you're pulling too close to them, you're losing IRL.
I'm so sorry.
I need that BMW and Porsche to start battling me. They're getting away from me now, or?
Did the file break? Oh, it did. Oh, it did not. I'm stupid.
Hey, Kaito.
Kaito.
Konnichiwa.
I was leading this race and then got taken out by the guy that's now leading, so that's a bit pain. Okay, that's a bit much cut. Okay, the fastest lap is right now held by D. Jones, so not the guy who's leading, and not the guy who took me out.
The guy in last.
No. The guy in second.
Second, D. Jones.
I have K Jones behind me.
Oh yeah, right, it's D. Johnson. My bad.
Dick Johnson. Pretty sure it's a V8 supercar driver. From back in the day.
Yes. It's Dick, but I think this one is Dan.
Damn, Daniel.
You know what's weird? I got audio on the SSX free clip,
Yeah, it's also
and that
there.
game has a licensed soundtrack.
They are authoritarian, they are Orwellian bot that detects copyright in clips is not perfect. I mean, they're after all on YouTube, Microsoft. So talk about when they last tried to run a video site.
In general, Microsoft seems to not have a good idea of how to run things. Except for Windows.
Not even Windows. Virus, not even Windows.
Yes, that's why everybody uses Linux.
Yes.
No, because Microsoft forced an ecosystem. That's the issue. Okay. Time to go to DaVinci. Wait, do I have DaVinci installed? No, I don't have a video editing software installed somehow. On Windows yet.
Oh boy.
This means one thing.
Windows 1
Caden. Live. DaVinci is too big for my taste right now. It's over 3 gigabytes. That's the issue.
Oh god, how small is... How... Like, 3 gigabytes is already too much? Is Kden Live that
No.
much smaller?
140 megabytes installer.
Well, that's the installer only, but not...
571 megabytes.
Should probably pivot to get out of the traffic here.
Yeah. Still, I just wanted to edit something quickly together, or short a clip, then run it through Handbrake for Blue Sky. Or maybe I don't have to run it through Handbrake. If I make it short enough, like a 30-second clip, it should be in the, it should be in this stupid range.
Brakes, please. Come on.
Yeah, please encode them as lossy frames only. Also, project settings would be easier if you had this and that and this and that. You know what it's time for? DaVinci. And I'm going to download it from the website. Even though I would have to fill in credentials.
I guess that fun part of DaVinci Resolve always.
That's why I used to download it from Take a guess.
Take a guess is indeed a good website.
Chip. Settle
Okay.
chip online.
Oh god, chip. Yeah, the
Computer build.
yeah, the Lexus is infamously fast as a straight line. It's not too fun for a Porsche driver to fight. The Astons are also terrible to fight.
Both Astons.
Both Astons, yes. The V8 and the V12.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, it's 2.3 gigabytes compressed.
Alright.
Yeah, there's a reason why I have the studio version on Linux.
Try being in Ferrari.
Ferrari.
There's a reason why I have the studio version on Linux.
Is the Ferrari that slow in a straight line? I don't think it is. It's like you usually outdrag me. It's slower than the Porsche. Oh god. I know that like the NSX isn't particularly fast in a straight line. From having racing against that some NSX drivers in V-Track, and also I can vaguely keep up with M4s. And like this is oftentimes dependent on me actually dropping a bit of rear wing, which we're definitely not doing here. This track already eats rear tires like for breakfast, so me already doing an undercut here is not the greatest strategy call, but like I want to just get out of the traffic at this point.
Understandable. Have a nice day.
It seems I've gotten a decent chunk out of traffic here.
Oh.
As the next car is just you, Jordan.
I have to pit next lap, or I'm going to run out of fuel.
Can you pack that little fuel?
Yeah, you said take room by half the tank. I did. I thought I had half the tank worth.
Like half a tank is like 60 liters. Like how are you already a few 60 liters?
To be fair, I might have put like 40 in, I think.
Yeah, 40 is not half a tank.
Yeah.
Not even close. Like no wonder you're starting to run out. I only had to take 30 liters to get to the race end after starting with 62. So
Those virtual fuel prices hit hard. What can I say?
Cam's decided to
Looks
respond to me, so that's fun. Because I have to actually get by him now.
Oh, where's the ZQ? ZQ, cool. Oh, that's on a GPU configuration. Z-call accuracy, relaxed?
Yes, the game says I have 0 laps worth of fuel. I have 2 liters left.
Red
Yeah,
color
get-
buffers.
just come
notified
into the pits.
RSX.
Well, I need to get to the pits first.
Yeah, I mean, they're not that far away at this point for you.
Yes, they're next quarter.
Advanced
I'm gonna get my fuel set up.
configuration.
Careful. I even jumped Aki Harriak. How did that happen?
Maybe
How did
traffic
I
or something.
jump him? Because he was like... Oh, actually, I mean, he was about 5 seconds up the road from me before I pitted. He's not Dan Jones, who was 10 seconds up the road to me. But still, he ended up like 10 seconds, 6 seconds behind me, so he lost like 10 seconds in the pit stop. I didn't repair, but otherwise...
Didn't they repair?
Yeah, that's my point. There, like I have no clue how he jumped him by gained 10 seconds on him. Yeah, I did take tires. I did full service. I didn't repair though. I had like 4 seconds worth of repair that I didn't take.
By the way, I'm just looking right now. You have a 5-second penalty in V-Track.
Yeah, that's not surprising considering I ran Ruby over, so...
How
that
did
doesn't-
that happen?
I now have plenty of fuel.
Good.
Yeah, that's good.
It's like prom. I'm last, and I've just been left.
Game patches.
That's not
And Misano's one of the worst pit lanes ever.
But yeah, Dan Jones actually extended his lead here for the pit cycle on me. Right, he actually extended out on me.
Where's the Delta time patch? Ah, there it is. Delta time. Game patches. Midnight Club. Okay, apply and save. Good.
So I really don't understand what happened to Peter.
Peter.
Did you take tires? I did. I'm presuming you did because.
Yeah, I did say that already a few times. That I have taken tires.
Settings.ini.
I'm presuming the rare ends, the rares on the Porsche are going to be eaten for breakfast.
Yeah, they still will struggle throughout the entire stint.
Where
Some
is
would
it?
say it
Current
should run for 5 a day.
settings.ini. Discord state. Use which presence true. Navigate to.
He just keeps fucking narrating his emulator menu. Like, it's starting to get utterly annoying at this point. I'm sorry, but like, you came into my voice chat where we are on a stream already. Like, just stop, please. I want a peace. A bit. So I can focus on driving for just a tiny amount. Yeah, it's just it's impossible to recover fully from this race start. I know you said earlier something, but like the continued babbling on in voice chat has made me reply to that of like, it's usually clean here. Yes, I hear it. This is not my first race. I think I'm at like 25th or something. Start here. Slowly moving my personal down, but it's probably still not enough to take the fastest lap. And I just keep losing tenths here and there. Oh, Jordan has a drive-through. Well, that's not too surprising. Considering he had said that he wasn't. But yeah, okay. Yeah, Dan still has the fastest lap. God damn it. But this is a slow lap, so that's not gonna take it away. Yeah, 30 minutes is not particularly a lot to come back from this. Turn.
Lucas, I'm just thinking to myself. I just got Sanoed in 1992/1993.
Why?
Wow. One of a team's drivers has vetoed against me being their teammate. I've heard that one before. It's not like I'm aggressive. I don't, I don't drive like Senna.
Yeah.
Just me being me. Unintentional.
This game is still compiling shaders. Question. Scirocco, 240SX, or GTI?
I had Scirocco from Berlin to Warsaw in one tank.
Warsaw. Warsaw.
Please tell me you get the meme. You get the reference.
Yes, yes! I'm trying to, however, repronounce the fucking...
It's Minna Cabela, so it's not like the actual proper Scirocco saddle.
Okay.
If you want a normie pick, go 240. If you want an interesting pick, go Scirocco or Golf.
I'm gonna pick the normie pick, but 240.
The only real drive pick.
So Dan has just taken the lead, by the way, so I'm up to P2. I've actually beaten the guy who rammed me on lap 1. Not lap 1, it was like lap 3 or something. He's now 3 seconds behind me. If he happens to come up with the idea of closing down on me, well,
It's going to get spicy.
Also, I have taken the fastest lap on the last time around, finally. But I don't think I can catch Dan before the end of the race. Like, even on my fastest lap, I only gained like 8/10? Something like that. I have no gains whatsoever this lap so far. But yeah, again, I'm not too sure how that guy ended up back behind me, considering he had also some gap to Dan.
Probably took damage then.
Yeah, that's a decent chance, and also had a bad pit entry likely. But Dan must have just been a rocket into the pit lane, because he just nailed that stuff. He was the only one in the upper half of the field who was faster than me. No, I didn't do anything special, but like I just executed relatively reasonably well.
Remember the old HRT F1 cars? With like the things that says like this could be you, like in this sponsor bits.
Yeah, why?
I'm thinking about running a livery and having stuff like that on. This could be your team here.
I could drive for your team.
Send me offers in my Discord DMs.
I'm making a call out post on twitter.com.
On bluesky.com.
That when your original meme was still with twitter.com.
On axe.com.
Oh god.
Oh dear.
Someone actually replied to one of my posts on Blue Sky with that exact copy pasta. And I love that they did it. I find that meme, like, no matter how long, like, how old it gets, I still find it funny. I've actually unwiped myself, which is good.
Yeah, because K. Jones was only the effective leader due to not having taken a pit stop yet.
Not Johnson?
No, it's
There's no...
Chris Jones, Dan Johnson, and Darren Jones. And I've only been
Jones
racing
bunch.
with these guys for like 8 months, something like that. And I still can't figure out the names, even though all of them are regulars.
I noticed this is a multi-class series.
Yes, technically.
I could have raced the GT4.
Yes, you would have been, I think, the first
Only
GT4 to have run a race. Because technically someone had signed up in GT4 but hadn't showed. We had, however, in Silverstone and ST, so...
I could have had a 570S.
Well, I mean, not the most surprising thing. It's not the craziest thing I've ever seen. I had back in the day, I think was it with Broken Bones or with
You had
Or
broken
with
bone.
yeah, there was a sim racing league, Broken Bone Sim Racing, and then there was SRXP. There was like a trio of. I think they also had the last name Jones. And they all ran like Porsche GT4s. It was a GT4 series, admittedly, but like it got quite confusing.
For your fun and boring and just unusable fact of the day. This is the first time I've driven a front-engine car here in a race. I've always done the 720S Evo and the 296.
Not even the Lexus?
Maybe the Lexus. Maybe back in the day, but I forgot.
Yeah, I mean, there has been a lot of seasons of V-Track in which, what was it called? VGT?
IVGTC when
Yeah, precisely, okay.
I started driving that car in 2022 and I only really stopped earlier this year. Well, I think it's time I find a new main car.
Your family is quite nice. And so are the Astons.
I don't know.
Take the Audi.
I mean, we got evidence of the issues again today when the Audi spun right in front of me.
Yeah.
You know
That's
it's a
usual
shitbox from
Audi.
Ingolstadt.
You know what I could have signed up in because I saw you can actually sign up in them? Pico.
Oh god. There's only one car in this game worse than the Audi, and it's the P-Cup. I say that having won championships in the bloody Porsche Cup before.
I like the P-Cup.
A P-Cup.
I don't like driving the Audi though.
Why does this remind me of Spell I-Cup?
But yeah, for some reason the Porsche Cup on some circuits and so some circuits especially, just it slides over all four tires constantly. It just doesn't never bite into the road. It's really weird to drive. And then it rains, and on wet tires that car drives fine. I have no clue.
That's just Porsche things though.
No! The GT3 does not drive like that. The GT3R does not drive like that at all. And even like the old P-Cup doesn't do this to this extent. It's quite weird. Like they have like a especially bad tire set, a dry tire set on the.
Isn't it GT4 tires they have?
They don't have tire warmers like GT4s, but otherwise they are not well, technically everybody has the same tires. So it's extra fun.
ACC promotes communism confirmed.
The Lambo is also a good car, says Dan.
Well, the Lambo is basically an Audi that occasionally doesn't do Audi things.
Yeah, I can read his chat. The Lambo is decent. I did win a championship in the Ferrari, to be fair. Granted, my title contender, my two-title contender were either moved up class or had that much bad luck racing against me.
And the other title contenders didn't show up after round 2.
Which ones?
Zen, for example.
Yeah, but even then, let's be fair, I think I would have beaten Zen over a season anyways.
Decent chance, but like... I found it funny that like, oh, it would be nice if we had a silver class, and I'm like... Dude, you're part of the reason why we don't have one anymore, because... You didn't show up for half of last season. Kind of your fault as well.
Classes are weird, like to get them right. Because you always end up having just too money in one class and too little in the other one. Or the Like if you have 3 classes.
Oh, it's gonna be close between me and Foreman. He's just ahead.
Well, he's not slow. He outqualified me in Imola. Hey Jeff, how are you doing?
Hey yo, another crew. You mentioned Team Iris and he appears in our winner.
This former team, he will materialize again. Well. Yeah, I mean, how this the point system of this league works out, I will have anyway the same amount of points as Dan, and who's winning. Because it's a 1 point decrement ladder with like an extra point for fastest lap, so not doing too great. I mean, I had for the last 1.5 weeks a cold. I sort of sniffle a bit still, but it's fine, I guess. Otherwise, I'm doing okay. I mean, I got taken out here earlier on in the race, so we've had a recovery drive. Got taken out by the guy who's in P3 now, so he doesn't seem to be gaining though on me, so that's a positive.
This new Discord notification sound is
Oh yeah, the Halloween sound.
It's not even the Halloween.
Hmm.
They changed the sounds entirely.
You changed all sounds permanently? Okay. I mean, I haven't heard them too much because I usually have... If I'm on my laptop, I have usually the audio muted. And my phone has usually my phone's notification sound, so... Which is
It's
this...
nearly been a year. It's nearly a year celebration of this. Since the masterpiece.
What masterpiece?
The masterpiece. Ah, Nürburgring. GP 24 hours.
Ah, that race.
1 AM. my culinary skills. on full
Culinary. Culinary.
Who wants to have scissor doors on their car? On their shitbox, on the Japanese.
Underground 2 moment.
Scissor doors or suicide doors?
Scissor doors.
Yo, he got the Rolls Royce doors.
Because I think Underground 2 did allow you to put suicide doors on cars.
Yeah.
No, I'm getting last this race.
I guess someone has to.
But the thing is, I joined this race with no practice. I literally joined it for learning how to drive the BMW and see how it handles.
Yeah, and you ran head first into like the last few people remaining in this league, and they vaguely know how to drive. And your drive-through didn't help, you know.
I get knocked down. I get up again. That's gonna keep me down.
Well, that could be the tune for me, considering, you know, how my race went so far.
That's a good song though. Funnily enough.
Yeah.
I have news.
Hmm.
I decided to go outside for once.
What?
People have invited me to a works night out.
Huh?
Was that?
I said, huh?
Ah, yes. Going for a meal and drinks. AKA pizza and vodka, to my usual. This time I just won't be doing endurance race at the same
Wait,
time.
this runs. Holy shit, this runs pretty solid.
I wonder if there's any endurance races this weekend. 'Cause I have a free weekend to myself.
I don't know. I know that, like, I think... Is it next weekend or the weekend after that? Oh, I would have to check my calendar right now. I think the weekend of the 14th, 15th, something like that. It's all... No, it's not next... because this weekend isn't V-Track. Next weekend is. So it's the week after that, so in 3 weekends. I know that there is this 24-hour race at Brands Hatch that Amethista had mentioned.
Ah, so you've also... Have you been asked for that?
I look occasionally into the Neat Drivers channel. Neat Teammates channel. Occasionally. I mean, once every few months I just happen to be lining up with that. I did check which league it is, and that's... That gave me some slight shivers, because it was like, oh, that's Own It. I'm technically banned from Own It.
How did you manage that?
Well, in one of their their sub leagues, I had an incident with someone.
Currently.
But that is like now 2 years ago, I think, at this point.
I offered that drive. Like,
Yeah, it's a-
to join that team. I said no. Because that's 24 hours of Brands Hatch.
Yeah, it sounded like, oh, you have 24 hours of Brands Hatch. That's funny. That sounds like something. But I also noticed that, well, it is the same weekend as DDF Racer does his Thermalito event, and I want to run that. So
I wanted to sit in my house and do nothing that weekend. I'm pre-planning that weekend to do nothing.
yeah, I don't know what would be on the cards this weekend in terms of enduro.
You can whack me, by the way.
Yeah.
That's unless I crash. We'll make the whacking
I'm
even
probably in your area again next month. I know for probably what, and I've been planning to go to that as well. Although I know that I can only go Saturdays already for that thing, and not Sundays, because I'm getting dragged away for another family gathering. So I think actually, like, it's
Go. Part 2.
it's like it's just the Advent family gathering.
The Advent. Well, you open a door each day of the month and you see a different house.
Like,
No.
Erster Advent? Oh no.
I think it's not technically on the first Advent, because it's like it's the first December weekend, if I remember correctly, right now. I still need to do my idea of a cosplay.
Oh, I managed not to slam into a gas station.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, you know that the most deadliest thing in Midnight Club has to be the gas stations.
I'm gonna go to the Sim for next year.
Yeah, that's also a consideration.
You wanna go there next year?
Especially Midnight Club 2.
They're the expensive wheels that I can't afford. I'll never will afford.
I still think it's funny that one of the game's characters calls you shrimp.
Yeah, I have the idea for one of the laziest cosplay ideas that I can very easily pull off. I just need to technically purchase a white dress shirt. It would be nice if I still had like my Konfirmandenanzug, but like I don't think I have that still. So like, but I don't know, the black jeans that like it looks more like some dress pants. Works perfectly fine and reasonable. Maybe I go with a tie, maybe not. The main thing is I kind of need to like get foliere a piece of paper. Definitely, that's also a bit of a quest to figure it. What is it? It's a bit of a silly character. It is the protagonist of a certain game. Well, the player character of the certain game. Oh yeah, by the way, John, you're not gonna finish last.
Yay!
4 minutes decided he wants to get a drive-through.
He just doesn't take it because it's only a 30-second penalty. Somehow pulls another 15-second gap. in.
Well, it's still faster to take the penalty. Well, the game did get an anime adaptation this, well, in summer this year. Or was it actually spring season? God. I need to catch up with certain anime right there. I did download some anime recently where I'm just like, oh yeah, right, I forgot to actually watch the finished airing so I can stump it at this point. Yeah, I haven't so far given it away, but it's kind of like silly. Like, I'm not even sure anybody could figure out this if they would see it. And it's also like, as I said, like basically the lowest effort you can put into a fucking cosplay that you can imagine. But yeah, I need to finally actually, you know, purchase the white dress shirt because I don't have any. I have like a kariertes, but like not white, and like it's cringe. I'm not doing this.
Going Jordan.
You have read. Oh, I hit my knee.
Head and shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes.
It hurts. It hurts against the new table frame. Oh,
Why do you have to flex us that part?
I'm not flexing. It hurts.
Flexing it.
Oh. I didn't try to flex. It's pain. Ah yes, slamming into traffic.
Alright, how many laps do we have to go at this point? I think 2 laps to go. What I'm impressed by is, like, I think I've invalidated like 3 or 4 laps in total and not gotten a single track cut.
It's so annoying that the game, that the emulator has to keep compiling shaders. This is what you get for playing open world games. Okay, I'm now driving through a mall.
Well, the shader pre-compiling does remind me.
Steam Deck owners be like, oh, I have to compare shaders.
Yeah, but like, you genuinely get better, smoother gameplay than on the DirectX because of the compiled shaders.
Indeed.
Like, a recent video by Digital Foundry where they tried Bazzite on... which of the other handheld consoles was it? The MSI Claw, I think? Or which of the other ones? I don't quite remember which one. Anyway, they tried it on one of those, and found that it either had very comparable performance, or quite literally doesn't have hitching in like Final Fantasy 7, I think, remake.
Interesting. Too bad Rockstar won't touch the Midnight Club series again.
Yeah.
This makes me depressed, but they have to milk the casuals or the Rockstar fanboys somehow with GTA and Red Dead.
Yeah, it's the unfortunate part that, like, you know, large parts of the appeal of a racing game can be put into GTA 5.
Fuck GTA 5, the sense of speed isn't there.
Yeah, but like, it's not competent enough of a racing game for most people, unfortunately. It's vaguely competent. It's like, yeah, the set of speed isn't there. And that's a thing that they can fix.
Okay.
It's a thing that they can fix with the
it's
next.
not special. It's not nothing special. It feels so generic.
Yes. I mean, it doesn't help that this game has been out for how many fucking years now?
12. 11. It's turning 12 in.
Yeah, it's been released on 3 different generations of consoles. It's like,
People make jokes like, yeah, in the PS2 era, there were 3 GTAs. GTA 5 was released on 3 different PlayStation consoles.
yeah. Jeff just suggested to enable motion blur in GTA 5. And you should have some sense of speed then.
Damn. The sense of speed is really, really fun in Midnight Club, and the over-the-top gameplay. Also, LA is a really fun map in this game, and not somehow a shit show.
You said 11 like a Scot. Jordan is Scottish, but well, virus is obviously Greek, and how the fuck could I just forget your name? Ah! How the hell did this happen?
Hanging is happened to me.
How the hell did I forget your name? Ah!
Do you need help or?
I don't think he doesn't. He needs help.
Yes.
Ah, finally, no more performance graph.
But yeah, our midnight guy man over here is he's German, so
What's with German?
you are German.
You also German.
Yes.
Alright, does this work now?
Yeah.
Okay, good. What
You were
about
muted for
Owen?
a bit.
He said Owen like a Scot. What about Owen?
What about 11? 11 is a good number.
Yes.
No, Midnight Club had a photo mode.
11, 11, 11.
11.
9.
9!
No.
9, mein Gott.
Mein Gott, muss das sein.
3v2
was in a Ford Focus.
Ford Focus, it's a Ford Puma Rally 1 machine based on...
Ford Focus.
No, I
Very big
flipped.
Ford Focus.
I flipped.
It's not a Ford Focus.
Very
Ford
Focus.
unfocused. So,
How does it feel to be a crossover SUV?
Feels amazing, to be honest.
Damn.
Liberating.
Liberating? My man is finally free.
yeah, that's just like,
We're off
why?
to a fast start.
Wait, someone left early. So I'm 9th or 11th.
Yeah, I mean, the little
Oh,
character
it
just-
stinks.
We're off to a bad start.
Depends what Florida we're talking about. Who's got eBay open?
Not me.
I got eBay, that's me.
I heard that. I know exactly what's on it.
Why are you giving me offers for something that I don't care? 8% off of an offer of something that I had on my watch list for like 2 years. What the hell?
I've looked at something over on Zen Market. Take a guess.
GameCube.
First generation PlayStation 3 console.
Oh god.
GameCube.
Huh? What did you say, Jordan?
GameCube.
I already have one.
GameCube.
The Nintendo shit cube.
How you like... Oh, this is painful.
How can a Ford talk true?
Imagine.
I thought it would just make
Breakdown noise.
Mit dem Ford geht man fort und zu Fuß heim. Where does this music suddenly come from?
No, why is this coming? Where did that come from?
Yeah, good question,
This
good question.
music, Jordan.
Oh, I don't think it's a good idea to be playing those clips because of copyrights.
I can play a clip that's not copyrighted. How to
Let's
scare a
play.
BMW driver.
who's got the keyboard, or I hear that.
It's me with my trackpad. But yeah, how this guy's like, he's here behind and then suddenly just he lifts off the brake and just decides, yeah, I'm just gonna drive into you. Fuck you. Like he's behind here, he hasn't, like the turning point is like back there somewhere. And like I'm basically already at the apex and it's like he has no overlap and then he's just like, yeah, let's lift off and just drive into him and just goodbye Porsche. Fuck you. I was like thinking like, yeah, I mean I could have perhaps predicted it, you know, I could have given a bit more room, but like I had the purple burglar alarm. But that's an Irish problem, isn't it?
No, that's a Scottish problem.
Isn't it also an Irish?
No, if you have a very thick Scottish accent, it's impossible to understand what they're saying.
Purple burglar alarm.
Alright, hold on. You want me to say it in a very thick-ish Scottish accent then?
Okay.
Alright. I keep laughing already. Just
Purple burglar alarm. You know, I said it. I don't get stuck with these tongue twisters. that was easy, but if it's like she saw by the seashore, that's hard.
Yeah, it had. Let's watch me pass the BMW here. On the way back up for the field.
Back up through the field.
You pulled some good moves, I have to say. For a track like this.
Yeah, I did feel like I was running pretty well here. I mean, considering compared to last week at Nordschleife, that was an utter disaster. And Bathurst was alright in V-Track, except for me losing it and slamming into the wall like an idiot. But like, that was still an alright drive. But like here, I was completely back in the zone, and it's quite weird considering I still don't like this circuit. I genuinely don't. But like. I sort of made my bitch and just got done with it. Like, I somehow convinced the circuit to have flow despite its fucking oxymoronic design. With very limited practice. I guess I just have trimmed the setup pretty well at this point. Because I've done actually a decent amount of setup work for this track back last season.
So do you have like one setup that you use for many tracks and you just switch like little things, or is it just...
I usually use the J. Lopez setup set. I take the race setup and then just use that. And then adjust from there what is necessary. The thing is that the J. Lopez set that I have is from version 1.9, so it doesn't have the Nordschleife. So that didn't help too much with the Nordschleife race. But it's also... J. Lopez setups are quite hit or miss. I think the one specifically on this circuit wasn't particularly too great in the beginning.
Pull up in the forward focus. Pull up on the forward focus. Skirt, skirt, skirt.
I mean, yeah, he's sort of trying to close the door here, and I don't have overlap yet, but like... there's just the Porsche wide gap, and I just about took that much room. There was a slight door bang, but that was about it. It was a forceful but like more than fair pass there. Because I could genuinely outbrake the Aston down the inside. I mean, I did pull the car up. Although he nearly ran me here over.
Yeah, I think that was quite scary, because like, it could have easily ended up much worse.
Yeah. God! Can I please get a camera perspective that gets me to the front bumper again? Maybe slightly like that, so we have an idea whether...
No fucking way, my game's soft locked.
Yeah, there's not much room there between these two cars. It's got even closer. Ah.
Yeah, my game basically soft locked. I can't believe it.
What did you do?
I just wanted to start a red light race.
A red line race?
Red light. From...
You need to first... You need to first do a yellow light race.
Shut up.
There went the Audi.
Yeah, just Audi things. Like he breaks like the normal line everybody else breaks, and like I don't know if he lost it on when he lifted off the brakes. Like, I can't quite figure out where he lost it here. The rear end just stopped wanting to stick and just went. Like, it's just...
Maybe like he clipped too much to not to the left, no.
Maybe
I
didn't
believe-
run wide enough to the left and still broke on the curb, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a bit
Like
further
he
on the
braked.
left,
Yeah.
so...
Maybe that upset it somehow, but I don't think so. It's too consequential. Right?
Yeah, it's like...
Yeah, you brake much more to the left.
Yeah, let's see what he did to the lap before that. Oh, he did way less. That's interesting. On the previous lap. He's braking right on top of the curb. Let's see what he's doing here. Also right on top of the curb. So that's what upset him. He drove further out, but not far enough that he broke like half on the edge of the curb.
So just like on the very tip of the X of the.
Yeah,
Like,
as you pointed out, I drive so far that my left tires are basically no longer on the curb instead of braking on the AstroTurf, and he just broke on like the in between AstroTurf and curb. So that probably just unset the car. Like, I mean, after all, he spun towards the exit of the corner, so like the car had a long momentum here before it actually spun itself. But then again, it's an Audi, like even if you throw the counter steer early, like he did relatively well to respond to it. It's just, the car's just gone. Like it's just, these cars are a piece of shit. Sort of make me slightly curious of trying them. Just having seen like the toll of they've taken out of Reska and Rainy, but like on the other hand, I have actually tried this car like very briefly, and it does not take me.
And
like
to see if the game soft locks me again on the same stoplight. No, it doesn't.
Yeah, I mean the issue was with I tried this during 1.90 and 1.91, which had this bug with way too fast tire wear, and I drove one of the races I did with the Audi at Spa. It was it was dreadfully out and competitively slow. It was something. It's like it was just off the meta of like the Audi being meta. It had just been, I think, nerfed heavily with 1.9, and it's just like, man, this wasn't fun at all. That was very dreadful. There's a reason why I went back to the fucking Bentley for the first season I didn't V-Track. There's a reason I drove the Bentley again and tortured myself with that. Because it was still better than the Audi. And we know how the Bentley ended. With a bad Watkins Glen race, and me then going, fuck it, I try the McLaren and I immediately win. I immediately do the hat trick and V-Track. Because you did earlier say, Darren, talk about it, Darren, that you can't quite wring all the pace out of the 720S. I did find this, like, in the beginning, like, last season of V-Tracks, like, I don't know, 4-6 months at this point ago, when I did race prep for...
Why did John leave?
Probably just done racing today and just went to bed. But like, I did this for I tested a bunch of cars, and that's how I ended up with the Porsche. But I drove one of the cars that I randomly ended up testing was the McLaren again. And for some reason, I couldn't just quite get it to drive. It just slithered a bit too much. And the thing is, I had mained the McLaren before. Towards the end of last year, I had done that. I drove it, for example, here as well. In a 6R race. I had mained it. It's something. Like, it just wasn't quite right. But for some reason, like, I'm genuinely doing quite well with the Porsche. I think I wouldn't quite do as well with any other car than the Porsche. It might, however, struggle, obviously, and you know, if I had to actually drive an hour on a tire set, that's when the Porsche starts probably struggling more than other cars. But like, in these race formats where I can take a fresh tire set after 30 minutes, Yeah, this car is very nice. I mean, I did find when I tested the 6 different cars at Spielberg that the Porsche was the fastest for me. Not by much. I mean, after all of them were bopped, but like... so that I could get some more pace out of the Porsche.
I think when using like the modern GT3 cars, and by modern I mean like, well, the mostly used ones, they're all pretty damn close. It's like the bop is very, very well done for me, I would say.
Yeah, with the LFM or Pitskill Bob, without that, they've gotten better, but like you still have some like wild swings on some tracks where like over 20 kilograms have to be added to some cars to just get them back in shape. Or subtractors, like some tracks it's just wildly out of balance, some of the cars. And then you have like things like the NSX, which isn't quite as modern, but like that one has consistently just weight removals because it's just not quite competitive. It's an interesting machine in that sense. But the Porsche is, like most other modern cars, is gets on some tracks a bit of weight, gets some subtracted on others. It is how it is.
Yeah, previously as Dan was with the Ferraris, I feel like the thing is the Ferrari regularly in itself is okay-ish at the straights, but the problem is like when you start just even adding like 4 or 5 kilograms of weight, you can definitely notice how much easier it gets bogged down on the straights to the other cars.
It's interesting that it would lose straight line speeds. It punches a bit slower out of the corners, wouldn't be too surprising, but that it loses top speed is quite weird.
Top speed probably I'm not explaining it correctly, but I think you get the point that it's just slower on the straights.
Yeah, it doesn't drag itself well enough out of the corners anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the one thing the Porsche doesn't struggle with. It will always punch out of corners a lot. It's just when the straights are long and they're like here right there. So things like the Lexus will just zoom away. It's a bit unfortunate that cars like the Lexus, for example, are occasionally not bopped correctly. They don't have bop, or they don't have correct bop. I think the Pitskill has like very wide selection of bop, so you have most of the cars bopped, although it's sometimes you ask, did you just add subtract 40 kilos of this uncompetitive car because it's because you expected uncompetitive, or did you actually test if it's not gonna suddenly turn overpowered? It's like,
Methinks.
Yeah, methinks there. But I think, for example, the Nissan doesn't have under LFM a full BOP. The Lexus, I think, does. But the Nissan doesn't, for example. It gets just on a couple tracks where it's too powerful, it gets weight added. It's just to prevent it from becoming overpowered, but like otherwise it doesn't get any bonuses on tracks it's underpowered.
From there, like the Kunos did the okay-ish job, then I would feel with the Nissan, like try to keep it.
I don't think they've done particularly that strong. It's just they subtracted like of the overall weight of the car like a massive amount, and that's made the Nissan a lot more actually put it into a state where you could even BOP it competitively. It's just on a couple tracks you can get the Nissan to be quite competitive, and at that point they're like, it's slightly too fast, add like 2 kilograms to it. But like you have obviously other tracks where this thing will just utterly drown, and it's like, yeah, we're not doing anything about that, so you screw yourself. You sort of have this with like also the old 720S and some other cars like that, where they occasionally notice that something is slightly... They did focus on the other cars too much. They will just add a couple of kilograms to make sure that it doesn't like suddenly become this secret wonder weapon that everybody is then forced to use, which undermines the BOP. Then obviously it's mainly to prevent those cars from being used at that point instead of allowing them to be competitively used. Yeah. It is what it is. We still have a decent car selection here.
And that's, I think, the most important factor at the end of the day. Like,
Yeah.
with the help of Pitskill and LFM's box,
Yeah.
that we can have such a close field of cars where necessarily it doesn't, where it's down to the drivers much more than just
Oh yeah.
the cars.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, we have everything from our my rear engine Porsche, BMW M4s, Ferraris, McLarens, Astons, NSX, also up there, the Mercedes. It's quite a selection at that point. And I'm probably forgetting some at this point still, like, they use more. Like, the Lexus, sort of, as I said. Yeah, the Bentley is also, like, one of those cars that is sitting on the corner. It's like, yeah, maybe you can use it, but also, like, maybe not.
The Mustang is a bit...
Oh, yeah, right, the Mustang also exists. I forgot this car existed.
Forgot it exists, don't worry, so do most people. But it's like very tricky for me personally to get it right. Like, it's just, it slides a bit too much. And I think it's something with the car's characteristics, I think, because in iRacing I just tested it a little bit just recently, and yeah, it has the same bit slidiness there as well.
Yeah, I mean, I test drove the Mustang with the before I actually test drove the other cars, because like just before the last season of the previous season of V-Track, I did this 6-car test effectively. But before that, the Mustang came out, and I tried it, just considering like, hey, maybe it could be the car that I end up driving, and I'm like, I'm not convinced after doing some laps. I was not convinced of it, and then that went down with the entire, I will put a bunch of car names onto a wheel and spin it. Oh yeah, the Audi is technically also a competitive car, I forgot. And the Lambo, but like, we shit talked it earlier for like its handling characteristics.
Yeah.
So
it doesn't help. Like, I tried the Lambo, like, because I wanted to switch from the Aston to something else, and the Mustang wasn't released yet. I went with the Lambo, and like the Lambo, it reminds me a bit of the Audi, a bit too much for me. So I just avoided it. So it's either gonna be me driving the Aston V8 or the Mustang.
I mean, if I hadn't rolled the Porsche, I might have gone actually with the Aston. That's a funny one. I'd be driving Aston at this point still. Another one alongside all of the Technoburst cars. The Technoburst with their just Aston pure lineup. Since initiation ritual was going into an Aston.
That's like, I want to go with the Mustang because nobody else has gone with it, and I want to prove that, yeah, I exist. I'm different, guys.
Oh, when was it? Like, it was last season. Was it last season that Soleil drove a Mustang? Let me check.
I think there is a Mustang currently in V-Track from X-Ring.
Oh yeah, right. There is one currently, actually. Yes, Zach driving, technically in the pro class, but not really. But yeah, Soleil Drewcox drove a Mustang last season. And won actually the Misano round, funnily enough.
Hey.
Because I still have the results from Misano right now open, because I earlier checked what to compare my quality times. So that was a thing. Right. But yeah, that's that. I think I will wrap my stream up now and then. Yeah, it's nearly nearly midnight, so I'm then go to bed as well.
Understandable.
Yeah.
I've just noticed you put into your reactive of a Quest VR headset.
I forgot to change that back.
Oh, that's fun. Right.
Yeah, because I can't use my webcam tracking with the VR headset on. Obviously.
Yeah, I found that as well when I did my. Then I still need to fucking edit. It's been over a week and I still haven't edited fully. And I'm also like doing work on what I've mentioned in the general chat on the Discord of like starting work on like implementing my own tracking solution.
Oh, the magic that happens.
Yeah, I'm so far fighting still with the OpenXR runtime a bit.
So OpenXR works in Linux and VR.
I mean, the fun part is that technically this should then just cross-compile as well. So it is technically, I say, because that's because you never know if you have some fun surprise then all of a sudden. But yeah, it should technically even cross-compile, and you could technically even use it. But
Are you going to bed soon?
yes, that's my plan.
Oh.
But yeah, that's a solution. I did compile it this morning before I left, and I had some fun issues with it relating to fun issues where like if you launch an application that uses SteamVR, for example, and you don't have SteamVR running, it will launch SteamVR, right? And this does it also with how the OpenXR runtime is bundled. So like it will launch the SteamVR for me as my OpenXR runtime, right? But because my program is a console application, I also get all of SteamVR's logged and dumped into my command line if I.
Oh no.
It's not too bad. It doesn't log that much. It might logs stick out. But like what I found, however, and it's really weird, is that the controller tracking works if I had launched SteamVR with the application. But doesn't work if I had launched SteamVR through Steam. And the funniest part is like, even if I quit the application, SteamVR will continue running then. And then start the application up again, it will still work. But like, if I had to launch SteamVR independently, it doesn't. Like, it will register correctly. It will register correctly. It will be set ready the runtime and everything. But like, it just for some reason wasn't printing any of the tracking code. It's like fucking great. I don't quite know why it did that. And I didn't have time today to. I did poke at the code a bit more, but like I didn't have time to obviously test it yet. So that's fun. That do be that part fun, and I need to figure out how to work trackers then, because so far I would technically only track the controllers. That's gonna be fun to figure out all of that. And yeah, we will. I mean, the greatest fear is the inverse kinematics. That's an actual fear.
Unlocked inverse kinematics.
Because it's math, just worse.
We don't math here.
Because it's like it's a math on just steroids, effectively. That's. Because what turns out the inverse kinematics library, as far as I can tell that I found, was technically for usage with robotics, so I don't know how much use it will be. How much use I could get for it to do with human bodies. Maybe I find some paper that I can re-implement the algorithm or something. I may figure out something to make this work. Maybe. Or just wing it. something, but like currently I need to just figure out how to do controllers and then maybe how to send a skeleton over the wire, and then we can figure out how to combine these two later. This isn't too... and these parts are like the easy part. As I said, the inverse kinematics is the one I fear. And I sort of want to have this all done till next week for the entire... for Metro Awakening's release. So I can stream that game. In any case, it is time.
Hey,
Good night.
time.
Bye
Night,
bye.
night.